What do you think? I like my barbecue sauce personally to stick to the meat. So I know there's some barbecue sauce up on there, not that soup sauce that they had there. Beans looked like the one they opened up the can and just slid it and heated it up. But
I'll say that I didn't like the look of the barbecue sauce, as you say. I like it a little thicker. Right. But as LP pointed out, boy, that was just falling off the bone. So.
You know, I don't know. Do all restaurants do that when they give you your food and they wrap it so tight where you?
What do you call it?
Good luck. You can't even look at it until you gone left out of there and stuff. You know.
Take the stockings off of it.
I'm not mad at anybody trying to make ends meet and do your thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna do the good luck barbecue chicken.
Yeah, the beans are a tall tale sign of a good barbecue place too.
Right.
They got good beans, yeah.
Well, LP was slamming it down though, wasn't he? Give it a 6. So you tried, and if you're in the DFW Fort Worth area and you've tried it, let me know what it be like. But thank you, LP, for making me want to go to another place and eat chicken today. We not going there, Smoothie.
Nope, not today.
So continuing on, and by the way, you can get that and so much more on his YouTube channel, LP Flavor Review. Go there, subscribe also if you will. But I want you to get ready. Superstar Kayne Petiniot, born blind and autistic, is a Christian rapper, a man of God, spreading blessings worldwide. He's going to spread some blessings for you right now with his segment, God's Word to be Heard with Kayne. Check it out.
What is up? Hey, what is going on, Facebook family and friends? This is Superstar Kayne Petiniot here for another edition of God's Word to be Heard. So, for this week, I have another sample of another track that I'm working on. So I pray that this song will bless each and every single one of you guys. And I must warn you, the lyrics that I'm about to hear might bless you. They might encourage you. But some of you might take this offensively. But you know what? I would rather offend you with the truth rather than comfort you with a lie. So here's this song, and I pray that this one will bless you. Tell me, what you gonna do when the devil tries to take control over you? You gonna take his side after all he put you through? Or will you follow Christ and make his life brand new? Tell me, what you gonna do when the devil tries to take control over you? You gonna take his side after all he put you through? Or will you follow Christ and make your life brand new? What's up, mighty child of God? Tell me how you been. I heard it through the grapevine, you've been living in your sin. Don't you know it's time to wake up? Gotta get that faith up. Time for a revival. Open up that Bible. Drinking ain't the answer, and neither is the drugs. You ain't felt nothing yet until you felt the Father's love. You got your satisfaction, but that ain't gonna work, cause drugs and alcohol will only cover up the hurt. You think all hope is lost, you feel like you've been defeated, but the Father has a job for you and it will be completed. So now you have a choice to make. Make the right decision, cause whatever you decide will affect the way you're living. Tell me, what you gonna do when the devil tries to take control over you? You gonna take his side after all he put you through? Or will you follow Christ and make your life brand new, brand new? Tell me, what you gonna do when the devil tries to take control over you? You gonna take his side after all he put you through? Or will you follow Christ and make your life brand new, brand new?
You know me. I was going to drop it like it's get your blessing on. Pass the word for someone else. This young man is a blessing indeed. Not just because his beats make me want to pop and drop it. I mean, that too.
But you do a good job at me, I say.
Yeah, well, thanks. You play it again. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to keep going on this terrific Thursday, the Now You Know show. I hope you're doing fine, enjoying it, and catching all the blessings in the groove. 3 women is coming up right now. The trifecta of greatness just for you. And you are in for a treat, starting with Vonda Vision, because I'm going to just say this. She keeps it real. You want someone who is authentic, speaks their mind, and that is Vonda Vision. Smooth Tim is the local chapter president of the Happy Black Sheep Club. And there is something you do when you are cool and aboard as a member. Show 'em, Smooth.
Bah. Is that
Glad to see that you're with me this Thursday. Good to see you. Glad you're with me. So sorry. This segment is going to be kind of serious. And if you're sensitive, you might want to pay attention. It keeps happening. It's not that it doesn't happen in other states. It happens all over, where we have lives that don't seem to matter. Jacksonville, Florida has another incident. Yet another. Let me say that, because it's been more than 2, more than 3, more than 10, more than 100. Where this person goes to a local store, shoots 3 black people, and then kill himself. They're minding their business. Taking someone's life is very serious. Taking someone's life that hasn't done anything to you is overwhelming to me. And every time someone of this nationality kills another nationality, it's always a mental health issue. If it was so mental and the parents knew he's been diagnosed, why do you have guns around him? Why isn't he being monitored? How are you on the internet looking for Nazi and SWAT stickers and all this kind of stuff? White supremacy. Documents, papers, notes, emails. And no one is the wiser. I don't understand how someone can just take something of history and know nothing about it, and you run with it. They haven't shown any pictures of these people, but my heart go out to their family. And my heart is hardened by the family of the suicide victim that killed himself, murder-suicide. The reason why my heart is hardened is because you all could have stopped that. You could have. And you chose not to. So now we have 3 people, lives that have been claimed because of your negligence. I think the parents need to go to jail and be accountable, since he can't. Period. We got to change some shit in this world. And we need to start real quick before it gets real crazy. Because 9 times out of 10, or like I normally tell my family, 10 times out of 3, it's going to get fucking serious. Enough is just what that word is. It's a goddamn enough. This is my division. Watch me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Bye.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara.
And that was serious. That is true. This just happened Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, and it's awful. I don't know what is wrong with people. There's so many people, that need some help with their mindset and their mental stability, including some that's on the forces as well.
Well, that was in L.A., where the Oriental kid or Asian Brazilian kid shot the professor. Mm-hmm. Then you had the black guy in Pittsburgh that went off in that neighborhood where they had the freaking war zone, the thousands. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I know. What is this world coming to?
Come on, people, chill out.
Double chill out. And I've seen on the news where now the concern is children in the school buses. School buses has been having accidents, as well as the fear or the concern for the security of our children in school. We all know
SROs
what's
in
been
those schools. But you know what? It was kind of interesting that you did bring up, and I have to agree with, is the liability of the parents. They need to take some ownership, especially when you have a child who has a particular condition.
Right. Don't wait till afterwards and go,
Don't wait till afterwards. I should have.
I didn't. I ignored the signs. Don't ignore any signs, at all. Take heed, take note, and do something.
If you can't talk to them, take them to somebody who can.
Because the person that did this here, hate crime, it didn't just, he didn't wake up and it just happened. This is something that was marinating for who knows how long, his opinion and all this partakes in that. And someone around him knew that he had this anger.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
And so, it is what it is. And, Vonda Vision, that's my girl. Thank you so much for shedding light, bringing that to the forefront. Some people, I'm sure, didn't even know about this. And it is true. It happens everywhere. And we all need to get ourselves together.
And it doesn't really matter. Race, creed, color, religion. There's hate for everybody. Lots to be spread around. And that's what we need to stop.
Well, know this, that me and Smooth, we love and appreciate you. You ever want to talk to us, if you have a problem, we're Googleable. You can find us. We will definitely be there for you. And we're here for you right now with this trifecta of women power. Then we start out with a boom, boom, chicka, chicka, chicka. Well, it continues. Two. It continues with Kennette Rawls. And you know me. Amen. Because she is spiritual. She brings it to the forefront. She is doing the best and bringing the best out of you. She's doing it for you and for herself. Very motivational. Smooth Tim and I both love the title, love the meaning, the purpose that she brings. Smooth, carry out the title, if you will.
Living life focused on you.
That's right.
Prepare to be sanctified.
Welcome to Living Life Focused on You. Living life focused on you. Living life focused on you. It is my honor to be here tonight to speak to you guys from my heart to yours. Living life focused on you and me. Tonight is August the 23rd, 2023, and our focus point for this week is the power to live your best life. You have the power to live your best life. We are going to take this week to live our best life, for we only have one life to live. Trust and believe me, sometimes we go through trials and tribulations where we feel like giving up. But right now, today, we're going through a positive thoughts and positive inspiration through living life focused on you. You will have positive feedback to know that you're not alone and that we all face trials and tribulations, for no one is exempt from this oh so cruel world. So I'm asking you guys this week to focus in your inner self to bring power of living your best life,
We're turning around in this 2023 season of living our best life. Starting right here, right now, on the living life, focus on you. Right this moment, this second, we're going to throw away each and every negative thing that have came our way. And we're focusing on making a difference in our lives, and we're turning our lives around and focusing on living our best life. Living our best life starts with a level of self-love and self-confidence, dedication to ourselves to live our best life. We have one life to live, and we're going to live our life to the fullest. We're going to keep going when we feel like giving up. We're going to keep it going. Keep our head up high and know that we're not alone, that we all face trials and tribulations, but we have the opportunity to live our best life. It does not mean that we have to have a lot of money in order to live our best life. For that is not the case. We have the power from within ourselves to live our best lives. Not just with material things, you guys. I'm talking about the power to live our best lives inside and out. Keeping our head up, keeping our focus on ourselves, and knowing that we can make a difference. We can make a difference by starting with the power from within ourselves to live our best life, to free ourselves from any trials and tribulations and move forward. Let us go on, knowing that we have the power to love ourselves, to look straight in the mirror at ourselves and say, I got this. We got this. We got this. Even when we have haters out there, know that you have the power to live your best life. Know that what is meant for you is for you, and no one can take it away. I can be reached at Facebook, Kennette Rawls, and my Instagram is Miss K2U224. I am so excited and extended myself to you guys this week to know that we have the power to live our best lives. When others doubt us, know that you have the power from within to live your best life, and you don't have nothing to prove to no one else. Thank you for listening to me. I look forward to next week. Thank you.
True that, true that. You know, we all should love ourselves, make ourselves a priority, and don't take no smack from nobody, right? Stay positive. You were just gonna say about her segment?
Oh, I was joking to myself. Yeah, we'd have to order a dumpster to get rid of all the negativity. It's like, geez, yeah.
And you know, some people can use that dumpster to get rid of that negativity because it stays within them and it builds into such hatred and acts of crime and violence that's just not necessary.
Unnecessary.
Not necessary.
And
Thank
what
you.
do I say that you always say?
You better believe it. Faith over fear. That's right. Hey, Kennette Rawls, I thank you so much for being aboard this platform, making a difference, motivating the world, bringing it to the platform. Just like Michele Boyd, the end of our trifecta of queens. That's phenomenal. She is empowering the world, equipping us to be better people, to be better neighbors. I hope you have your ink pen. And something to write on. It don't have to be paper. It can be a notebook, but whatever. You're worth it. Make it a priority. Take notes. Spread it to someone else. But nevertheless,
Write it on your hand like you used to at school.
I used to do that too. Cheat? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Never.
Sit back and enjoy. Take notes. Get empowered with empowering moments with Michi.
Hey loves, welcome to Empowering Moments with Michi. I am Michele Boyd, certified life coach, women's empowerment strategist. I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, I'm that go-to person all my family and friends come to when they're facing challenges. I am a survivor of domestic violence. I pray all is well with you. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I was listening the other day to the radio, of course, and there's a song by Reverend Clay Evans. And the name of the song is Reach Beyond the Break. So in the song, he talks about a young man who was swimming and his dad was on the bank and the young man started to drown. The dad realized that there was a rope and the dad could not swim also. So that's why he threw the rope out. Because when you see your child in distress and you feel helpless, you'll do anything to help your child. So he throws the rope out. And the young man, they start pulling him in, and then the rope starts to break. And the father tells the son, reach beyond the break. So, loves, what I'm saying to you, we're all going through something. What I'm saying to you is dig deep down. Hold on. Reach beyond the break. Yes, I know you may feel that you are at the end of your rope. You want to throw in the towel, you want to give up. I'm here to encourage you and say, don't give up. Reach beyond that break. Take that opposite hand and reach beyond the break. Dig deep down in your soul, in your spirit. Find another reason to keep going. Okay, there's been a lot going on in the world ever since 2020, and that's just a whole nother segment. Reach down and reach beyond the break. Pray to God. Ask God to help you. Sometimes these challenges, these obstacles are just faith builders. And sometimes we have to understand that God sees more in us than we see in ourselves. So we have to hold on to a short rope with a tight grip. Reach beyond the break. Don't give up. Hold on. And breathe. Breathe. I am Michele Boyd, certified life coach, women's empowerment strategist. My Instagram handle is Heaven Sent Life Coaching ATL. Until next time, loves, peace, love, and roll easy.
Yes. Peace, love, and roll easy. Till next week when you hear some more of Michele Boyd bringing it to the platform. Thank you so much, Queen Michele Boyd. I am empowered. I got to get myself geeking on right now. Myself. Yeah. That shit works.
You
You
got
tried.
a good point, though. There's so much going on, and a lot of people feel that they are at the end of their rope, and you're not. You just feel that way. So, and there's other avenues to get yourself out of that particular situation.
There is, and there's people that'll help guide you and get you on that right path as well. And all of our trifecta women, listen, what they bring to the platform is something that we all need. I mean, it can save a life. It can save you. It can make a difference.
Inspiration and support.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. And
never feel embarrassed to reach out for a little bit of support.
That's right. On the real.
Here's my best team member right over here.
I know, right? Who, baby, who?
Never mind. Swell your head.
Stop swelling my head more. We're going to continue on this terrific Thursday because, like I said, coming up very shortly will be this fantastic video, all written and narrated by Smooth Tim, entitled Selfie. You are going to get a message up in there. Yeah, that's right. But in the meantime, hey, let's get our groove on from Fantom Frost, who is an electronic dance music composer, songwriter, soon to be a phenomenal songwriter, lyricist. Did I say that correctly?
Lyricist.
Doing some major things, doing some mini projects, bringing the inside outside of electronic dance music, showcasing some of his fantastic music that you can get on any of the music platforms. But let's check out his segment and find out what we are all in store for with Studio Cats.
Hey, it's Phantom Frost. I am at home right now. I thought I'd get a little bit ahead on things. One of the conversations that I had with somebody when making music or making lyrics, well, let's say music in general, because lyrics are kind of a sound in there, is that I always felt that if somebody told you that your music is not moving forward, that means it's not following the process that people are familiar with that are going to be expecting when they hear your music. There are different musical styles, but for the most part, most songs, I would say 95% of songs that anybody that's ever heard of that even have a remote possibility of people liking. Like, I mean, there are fringe stuff that people like because art is subjective to who's listening to it. Or well, who's experiencing it in the case of music, who's listening to it. So anyhow, I always felt that this was a good analogy is a roller coaster, and what that means is if you ever rode a roller coaster, which I'm sure almost everybody has, or at least have an idea of it, a roller coaster is kind of an entertainment. Movement entertainment, I guess you could say. So there's going to be parts where it's going to build up. So each song, in the analogy, the first hill where you're going up to start the process, you get all that momentum up there going up that hill. Well, your first verse is typically that first hill. So, and then it goes down, it goes into the chorus. When it's going down, it's going into the chorus, and then it could branch up again into another hill, or the chorus could be longer, and in that process, that chorus, let's say, it uses all the momentum that it got from that hill, which is the verse. Then it uses all that momentum to go through several different windings. So you could have a verse that's 2 lines long and a chorus that's 6 lines long, or 8 lines long, or even longer. Sometimes those are memorable, but most of the time people like conventional. The reason they like a lot of music that they do is because it's familiar to them. People get into things that are familiar to them. Let's say if you listen to, if you listen to rap, and you can't understand rock and roll, or you can't understand popular music, which popular music entails every genre that's popular. It's just basically a countdown, I guess you could say. Anyhow, if you're using that formula, or if you're using that analogy for the formula of what to make a popular song, because that's kind of my drive in my music, is to make popular songs, even though mine are just the music of those songs. So, in saying that, if you're going to use that analogy of being on a roller coaster, and you're going to see that first hill is where it builds up to the chorus, which is the top of that hill, and then it goes down, and it might hit another it might hit another verse, it might hit I don't know if they have a post-chorus, but usually it's a pre-chorus that goes in there. So maybe the pre-chorus could be that first hill going down, and then the chorus is all the moves that the roller coaster goes through in order to, I guess you could say, entertain you or get the main message across. So in having that analogy, it's a good way to structure a song, or at least my opinion of structuring a song. Since I'm trying to write popular music, if I'm going to write popular music, that's going to be my process. Anyway, it's going to be Phantom Frost. Excuse me. It's going to be Phantom Frost. I'm going to be signing out, and you all keep it frosty.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hey, you know what? If you want to learn electronic dance music, If you want to learn and follow along and become a songwriter and jam with Phantom Frost, bring it. Let's do it all together. He is blowing up right now. He won't want to admit it, but it's like,
I used a good analogy with a roller coaster. You know, you're building up momentum to when you're hitting that, and then boom, you let them have it. And yeah, there may be a couple of choruses, and then you know you got that bridge coming around.
next week from all of our fantastic kings and queens bringing it for you on the Now You Know show. You know, this is kind of like one of my favorite segments of the Now You Know show, and that is the show question of the week. That is where great kings and queens from all over the world video in their answer to the show question of the week, which is Smooth. Our show question of the week is...
Let me find out what the show question of the week might be. Queen.
Please do.
How do you recognize the truth from a lie?
Now, that's a good question, and I am eager to find out from one single rose, Pamela Anderson and Kayne Petiniot. Let's find out.
Mad love to Queen, Silvy, and Smooth Tim for keeping the question of the week going. And this week's question is, how do you recognize the truth from a lie? Usually when someone tells a lie, their mannerisms are different than what they normally would be. They may stutter in their speech. They may look away instead of gazing directly into their eyes. They might fidget a little bit. And usually if it sounds like some BS, it is some BS. So take it as BS and govern yourself accordingly. It's from your girl, one single rose, no stem.
Hi, now this is Pam, and I am here to answer the question of the week for Now You Know. How do I recognize the truth from a lie? Well, I can recognize truth from a lie when you fail to look me in my eyes when you're talking to me. I also consider you telling a lie when you go to a whole detail, try to explain to me your lie. Now, this is Pam, and I do thank you for listening to me. And I can be reached on my Facebook support group page, You're Not Alone, Dementia Talk with Pamela. And yes, I'll call out a liar by saying, liar, liar, pants on fire, when you fail to look me in my eyes, and also you go to too much detail.
Hey, what is up? God bless you guys. This is Superstar Kayne Petiniot here to answer this week's question. How can you recognize the truth from a lie? And that is actually a great question. And for me, it would honestly be, not to be honest with you guys, I have not been very much lied to in my life. So that's kind of hard for me to explain. So this video is honestly going to be kind of short and sweet. But for me, it would be when somebody, if there's one thing I don't tolerate, to be honest with you guys, it's when somebody breaks a promise that they say they're going to keep. If you promise me that you are going to do something, and you even pinky promise me, and then you go exactly against what you pinky promised me, then that is a lie. And I'm telling you guys right now, God frowns on lies as well. That is actually one of the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not bear false witness. I love you guys. Thank you very much for listening. And God bless you.
All right.
Interesting. Well said and true. I can relate to all of that. I'm sure you can too. Hey, Smooth. How can you tell someone's telling the truth from a lie?
You kind of touched on it. You look through the involuntary body movements, body subtleties, eye movements, breathing. There's a lot of things. I had some nice training in the past on interview and interrogation techniques, and there's little things you said. And as I said, you take notes In a lot of times.
Some people good though. You gotta watch it. I mean, you gotta watch a lot of things and find it, because boy, some good ones out there.
Lie so well that,
man, that's their profession, lying.
Yeah.
And they're good at it. So yeah, it takes a lot to know the difference, and we're gonna find out from comedian Aaliyah Ford and Michele Boyd. Check this out.
What they got to say about it, right? All righty then. How do you recognize the truth from a lie?
Hey, Queen Silvy. I am comedian Aaliyah Ford, and I am here to answer the question of the week. How can you tell the truth from a lie? Normally, if they're not a stutterer and then they start stuttering, normally they lying. They'll start out, they won't give you eye contact. There's another way of knowing. They won't just be straightforward. Maybe a lot of movement. They won't look at you, eye contact. They can't have you look at them in the eyes. So normally that'll let you know if they lying or not. My Instagram handle is Funny Aaliyah Ford. Thank you.
Hey, Queen Silvy, Smooth Tim, and everyone. I'm Michelle. I'm here to answer the question of the week, which is, how can you recognize the truth from a lie? In regards to people, actions speak louder than words. Do their actions align with what is coming out of a person's mouth? And you can also, if there's like discord, if you're in between like family members, friends, or anything like that, usually the one who is at fault, the one who has something to hide, is the one who's going to come to you first and give their version of the story. And usually that's they're lying. They're lying. So that's usually, for me, how I can differentiate between the truth and a lie. I'm Michele Boyd, Certified Life Coach, Women's Empowerment Strategist. My Instagram handle is Heaven Sent Life Coaching, ATL. Until next time, bye.
Hi. Thanks for tuning into this week's segment. Now, question of the week. The question of the week is, how can you tell a lie from the truth? That's really a hard question, because I feel that you have to know the person in order to determine if a person is telling a lie or not. Or you have to be in some kind of a relationship, friendship, some kind of ship with the person to tell if they're telling the truth or not. I will go by their actions. I will go by their past behaviors and just knowing that person. But honestly, will you ever know the truth from a lie? Because so many people are people pleasers, and they will tell you what you want to hear, and it's really not the truth. So sometimes you will never know the truth. That is Sylvia's opinion. Thank you, Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, for this opportunity. I am Queen Sylvia. You can follow me on Facebook at Sylvia Wilson Elgin, and my business page, Sylvia in the Community. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, which in September, I promise, will be active. Extraordinary People 4158. Bye.
Hello. This is Kennette Rawls from Virginia. It is my honor to answer your question for the week. Your question is, how do you recognize the truth from a lie? Well, Queen Silvy, Smooth Tim, normally I can detect the truth from a lie by eye contact. I like to ask questions through eye contact. Normally, I can tell if it's the truth or if it's the lie. Thank you, Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, for allowing me to grace your platform. I can be reached at Facebook, Kennette Rawls, and my Instagram is Miss K2U224. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day and a great week. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Got that 2 extra surprises at the end, didn't you? Yes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
Forgot to mention Sylvia Wilson Elgin and Kennette Rawls. But hey, if you don't know, now you know. That's right. You know, I want to thank you. I want to thank you all. Before we get into this showcase video, I want to thank you all for taking the time, being here, listening and watching and engulfing some of the super greatness we
Spending
always
your Thursday
bring.
evenings with us, we appreciate it.
We most definitely do. In fact, tune in next week for more super greatness, and you have time to spread the word for someone else to come in on the super greatness. If you would love to be a part of the show question of the week, if you have a segment, an idea, a gift, a knowledge, some positivity that you'd love to bring aboard the platform, message us at queensylvia@comic.com. Go to the website, thequeensylvyshow.com. Or where you're viewing or listening to this, you can leave it in the message in the comment section, and my good man Smooth will make sure we get things taken
Everybody
care of.
has something to share.
That's right. And I want to thank you, Pamela Anderson. You're Not Alone. Dementia Talk with Pamela. LP and LP Flavor Review. Superstar Kayne Petiniot and God's Word to be Heard. Vonda Vision and Happy Black Sheep. Kennette Rawls, Living Life Focused on You. Michele Boyd, Empowering Moments with Michi. Fantom Frost and Studio Cats. And everyone this week who participated with the show question of the week: 1, Single Rose, Pamela Anderson, Kayne Petiniot, comedian Aaliyah Ford, Michele Boyd, Sylvia Wilson Elgin, and Kennette Rawls. We thank you all so very much. We honestly, to the fullest, love and appreciate you all. Indeed, indeed. Now, rounding it off for this terrific Thursday with the Now You Know show is the showcase that we do. Sometimes it's music videos, sometimes it's this, that. Nevertheless, it's all for you. Smooth Tim wrote and narrated something that's so fantastic. His mind is very amazing on how he can come up with things. And I did my duty as an illustrator on doing it. It's entitled Selfie. And what do you have to say about that?
It's all about vanity.
And a message to it.
And there's a message to it.
You all have done a selfie, still do selfies and all this stuff. Hey, what if? Check it out.
Yeah. Don't ever take it too far.
That's right.
So until next week.
That's right.
Oh, wait, I forgot to say how we can be followed.
How can we be followed? My bad.
Again, Google us and look at the top of the screen, Facebook and or YouTube and or the World Wide Web. It is all The Queen Silvy Show. You may put a www in front of it, or you may just go to your YouTube and or Google and just say The Queen Silvy Show. You'll get the results.
Say Queen
of it.
Silvy.
So we are.
Say Smooth Tim.
Queen Silvy.
We're all in there.
Queen Silvy, Smooth Tim.
That's right.
So anyhow, let's get on to see what happens when somebody is just too wrapped up in themselves.
Mm-hmm. Check it out and enjoy. See you next week.
Yeah. Now you know.
Mm-hmm. Selfie.
Andrew was unable to give a truly clear explanation to the police. He himself was amazed and confused as a detective who was listening to his story. It all goes back some 30 years ago. Irene was a highly sought-after fashion model, and she had just landed a formidable contract for an assignment in New Orleans. Irene had always wanted to visit the Big Easy during the Mardi Gras and experience the vibrant party atmosphere. Irene decided it would be a wonderful idea to book herself into a quaint hotel in the midst of the French Quarters. After checking in and quickly freshening up, Irene thought she'd explore the area, getting the feeling of what all the fuss was about. The atmosphere of people dancing to calypso music, colorful costumes, people drinking. Well, to be frank, the entire celebration was amazing to the ears and eyes. As Irene continued to explore, she found herself on a small side street. It appeared that the shops in this area were either closed or empty, all but one, that is. A small shop at the end of the street still had its light on. As Irene approached, she saw a sign in the window that read, Madame Lascelles' hoodoo shop. How could that not strike up a little curiosity into someone? Irene decided to check it out. What could be the harm, she thought to herself. Besides, everyone knows it's all superstition anyhow. As Irene entered the shop, her senses immediately heightened. There was a strong smell of incense, and there were lots of candles lighting up the entire shop, and all of them were set amidst various trinkets and what appeared to be stuffed animals. Suddenly, a voice came up from behind Irene.
How can I help you, my dear?
Oh my, you startled me. I'm so sorry. I know it's late in the evening and apparently yours the only shop open on this small street. But I was curious, what exactly do you do here?
I grant wishes, my dear.
Well, Irene wasn't born yesterday, but that statement made Irene want to dig just a little bit deeper. After all, this hoodoo stuff is all superstition and folklore anyhow, isn't it?
You grant wishes? Now that sounds interesting. So you're saying that anything I wish for, no matter what, you'll make it all come true?
Yes, but all wishes, they come with a price.
So how much is this wish gonna cost me?
I ask for no money, my dear. Just simply tell me what it is you wish for.
Well, Irene pondered for a moment about what wish she'd want most granted. As she looked about the small little shop, she noticed a small mirror and quickly thought of her beauty.
I like to stay young forever. I mean, my looks, they're important to me. I forever want to be beautiful.
Granted.
That's it? Is that quick? I'm confused. I mean, you said you grant wishes for a price.
No, I said I grant wishes with a price.
Wishes with a price? What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Your price is simple, my dear. Remember, without a selfie a day keeps the wrinkles away.
That's it? I take a selfie a day and I'll forever stay beautiful? That's the only stipulation, a selfie a day?
Yes, my dear. But never forget it. For if you forget, you will age 10 times fast. That is your price.
The little shop she visited seemed to be the best decision of Irene's life. Her career soared with endorsement opportunities, television shows, and movie offers. Yes, Irene's timeless beauty was certainly paying off. And yes, in case you were wondering, Irene did keep up with her selfie a day. It keeps her young and also feeds her ever-growing social media audience. Irene eventually bumped into her future husband, Andrew, at a small gathering of friends. Despite their age difference, Irene and Andrew hit it off immediately, fell in love, and decided to marry. The couple thought a trip to the mountains would be the perfect honeymoon getaway, so Andrew chose a mountaintop cabin away from the hustle and bustle of their everyday life. The newlyweds were excited as they approached their cabin, and it certainly was up in the mountains, and the views were breathtaking.
This is perfect, Andrew. What a great place for pictures. You know the old saying, a selfie a day keeps the wrinkles away.
Actually, Andrew had never heard that before, except from Irene. He thought it was a model saying or something. He did know that Irene did religiously take a selfie a day, no matter where they were or whom they might be with. Everything was perfect until the second evening. The weather seemed to change immediately, and it now appeared that they were caught in a blizzard. Andrew had gathered some extra logs and was refueling the fire when all the electricity went out. The heavy snow had obviously snapped the power lines and had also buried their car way past the roof. "Don't worry, Irene. In a day or so, it'll all be gone, and we'll be back home."
I'm not worried. I mean, I've got you and my phone. What more can a girl ever want?
On the third day of being snowed in, Irene figured out exactly what else she might need. Irene's cell phone was nearly out of battery life. The battery life indicator was blinking, and she hadn't yet taken a selfie.
Andrew, do you have juice in your phone? Mine's about to quit.
Well, mine stopped this morning. Irene began to panic. The warning from Madame Lascelles was echoing in her head. Irene went into the bathroom and gazed into the mirror. It was true. Instead of looking 30 years old, it appeared she had aged overnight. Irene, for the first time, saw deep wrinkles in her face. Strands of gray hair were growing in, and her nails were turning yellow. Irene was beginning to panic. It seemed that time was no longer on her side. It was now her worst nightmare. The wish granted by Madame LaSalle was starting to come true, with its terrifying price. Irene sat in a chair in front of the fire, realizing the horrific results of her vain wish that were now coming true. There was no way to charge her phone. The car was buried under several feet of snow, and she had never told Andrew about her visit to the hoodoo shop some 30 years ago. Andrew could now only look on in horror as he watched the bride age over 100 years before his eyes in a matter of hours. Her skin was now nothing but loose, wrinkly flesh. Her once beautiful smile was no more. Irene's hair had turned completely white and was starting to fall out. Her body looked as if it had been ravaged by arthritis, her fingers crooked and thin. She struggled both to hear and to see Andrew. With her dying breath, Irene looked into Andrew's eyes and spoke.
Andrew, I'm so sorry. I should have told you, my love. My beauty was timeless, granted by a hoodoo queen. I only had to take a selfie a day to keep my beauty. I never should have went in that shop. Some wishes should never be granted. The price is too high.
The detective looked Andrew straight in the eyes and asked, "You expect me to believe that this 100-year-old woman was your 30-year-old wife 3 days ago?" Andrew could only sob as he watched the wedding band slip from his bride's finger and onto the cabin's floor as the coroner took her lifeless body away.
Selfie.